What's going on, folks? Adrian Terry here, team leader, KW North Gwinnett, right here in Buford. Guys, I'm so excited to be coming to you live today with our newest agent to join us. Not new to the business, new to us here at KW, Mr. Mark McMinn and his team. Y'all, I'm so excited for this. Mark, thank you so much for trusting us with your business and for doing this live video with us. Again, super excited. Mark, tell the people a little bit about your team. What's the makeup? How many agents? What's the volume for 2019?
Cool, man. Well, we have 5 agents who are all partnered together with myself. And for us, as we've jumped into 2020, coming off 2019, man, we've broken every goal we already set for the year. We're set to almost double what we initially set out to do. So stuff's really strong.
Yeah.
I mean, 2020 is setting up to be really a banner year for us.
Yeah.
So it's very good.
That's awesome. So how big is the team? How many agents are you all working with?
So we have 5 agents. With that, we have an agent who oversees all of our paperwork processes, our communication. She's kind of mama bird for the team, dude. She keeps us safe. Terry is our bedrock. She is our security.
Yes.
Man, she truly, like, I don't want to over exaggerate. She's everything to us. We love her dearly. So
that's awesome. She's
one of those. And then we have a series of agents who run our resale business and our new construction business. And so, man, we have a great team. Truly.
They really, really do. And last year, y'all did just over 15 million in sales.
We did.
Which puts him at the top of the top agents, which is incredible. It's incredible. So let me ask you a couple questions here just to share, because I want some of these folks to know kind of who you are and what you're all about.
Okay.
What is well, first of all, what do you think's made you successful so far?
Wow. I would say a number of things. If you would have asked me this question a year and a half ago, I would have said just hustle. Work 80 hours a week, don't sleep, drink a lot of coffee, don't put everything below that priority level of real estate success. And man, while I think there is merit and respect that goes with that, there's also an immaturity that goes with that if you try to live that out in the long term. Burnout, no matter who you are, is a real thing. And I landed in that bucket. I landed in that bucket of seeing a lot of success and being happy with that, but not being happy with my entire life, not being holistically happy, not being proud of who I was as a husband, as a dad, as a person in my church, like across the board, just not pumped about other areas of my life. And so had to kick back and go from work to work smart, which super buzzword means nothing until you get in the weeds. But in essence, that was it. And underneath that, I think if you were to really pinpoint things that we do well, that I really value, number one is truly treating every person as a relationship and a friendship. Being willing to, no matter what it looks like, put their interest above your own.
Yes.
So we lead with that big time. We do a lot on social. We're coming for you. If you raise your hand and tell me you want to have a conversation, I'm coming after you until you tell me there's the door. So like we are tenacious in that, and frankly, we're proud of that. And I think number 3 is we have a great referral business, because we know that referral is that the process is actually a psychology where when I refer someone to you, I'm doing it because I know they're going to have a great experience. And it's actually me kind of showing off of like, hey man, you need to connect with my boy, Adrian. He's awesome. And I'm doing that because I know it's going to make me look good in a lot of ways. And so we have a lot of things built underneath the surface that allow people to feel pride in referring us to relationships in their life.
I love it.
I
love it. So I know that a big focus for you guys is your client, right? Making sure that you meet all their needs. What are a couple things that make y'all different from other teams, other agents in the area?
Well, man, and first I would say I can answer this somewhat, but at the same time, there's an element to, you don't know what you don't know. I think what makes us different is we want to have a hyper-local focus, and I mean that both geographically and who we want to do business with. I think the normal agent who's out there, and not being anti this, but it's not our play. If you were to ask them, who do you want to do business with? They would say, well, whoever's got a pre-approval, like who's ever got money, like let's go roll. And for me, that's not my play. I know at a microscopic level who my ideal client is. I know where they shop. I know where they eat. I know where they drink. I know where they smoke cigars. I know my client. I know my client's kids. And that allows me to market to a very, very specific person. And so I think in a lot of ways that really makes us different. There may be things underneath that are kind of repercussions of that. Like we don't cold call,
Right.
we don't door knock, not there's anything wrong with that, but I can't reach a specific person by casting a wide net.
Sure. So you find your niche and you go for that. You know your customers, so you can serve them at a high level.
Absolutely.
Because you really know who they are.
Absolutely.
And I think
we know
that's
very specifically.
incredible.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. That's a big value for us because we do want to bring a superior experience. Like when you think about Disney World and how you see when you go from space to space, even minute things like the trash cans change according to where you are. They know who they are looking for, who their client is. Therefore, they can serve them in a very specific way.
That's awesome.
And so for us, it's that same ambition.
Love it. So big question.
Yeah.
Why KW?
Man, there are a myriad of reasons. And I want to say this first. There are a lot of great brokerages, truly. I don't look at the brokerage world and see it as this one is the one that works for everyone, that this is the big dog and everybody else is garbage. I do see it as you need to find one that fits you, that fits your ambitions, that fits your goals, that fits your family. That I think there's just a lot that goes into that question. So for me specifically, I knew that in the world of business, ultimately there are three types of potential clients. Number one in our industry is someone who is not aware of who I am, and they are not aware that they want to make a transaction. Mm-hmm. Think about someone who is in a neighborhood, house is getting ready to come up for sale, and they might consider that based off of what the other house sells for.
Right.
They're just kind of in it as a maybe. That's not someone we're chasing after. Item number 3 over here, and it's the one we're all familiar with. Like they know Mark, and they know they want to make a transaction.
Right.
That person, for the most part, doesn't care what brokerage you're with, like because they're choosing you. They're not choosing the brokerage at all.
Right.
Then number 2 in the middle is someone who is aware they want to make a transaction. They want to buy or sell, but they're not aware of you. For us, this is a huge part of our business, that middle category. Mm-hmm. And there's a reason I shop at Target and not at Walmart, even though I'm going for the same thing.
Right.
Even though I'm going in, I'm going to buy school lunch stuff, I'm going to buy Fiji apples, and I'm going to buy chocolate donuts.
Right.
And but there's a reason I go to a certain store, And so what the brokerage provided me was a number of things. Number 1, I believe KW gets me in the front door a lot more than I would other places because KW is the largest, strongest brand, not only here locally, but globally. KW carries the most weight when they walk into a room. And so when I talk to a seller, that gives me legitimacy and allows me to prove my legitimacy.
Right.
And having experienced other places, that just wasn't true. It was the same Mark. I mean, it was the same me. It was the same product in the store, but they weren't coming in, And so KW provided that. And so there's a lot more that goes into that side. I think the other side was being around high integrity people. And I'm not saying that because he's sitting by me. We didn't run this through and he has no idea what I'm coming for.
No, this is like first take.
Being around high integrity people who had a high level of knowledge and experience. So when I am bringing a question that is specific to my season, not specific to someone who's doing 100 million or someone who's doing 2 million, but to me, and this is really true for everyone, because across our organization, there's a lot of different levels of production. Mm-hmm. And so being able to access leaders who have been in the conversation and can provide clarity was a really, really big deal for me, because I knew I wanted to transition from being a solo agent into a team model. And I also knew I had never done that before. And either I could chase after it and bang my head against the brick wall a bunch of times and pray that it broke, or I could go to the guy who breaks down brick walls.
Right.
And for me, that was a very easy decision after I banged my head against the wall a few times.
Right.
So those 2 things at the core, and there's probably a myriad of things underneath that, but at the core, those are my 2 whys for KW and a brokerage that I wanted to post my name against and fly the flag.
Yeah, well, I love it. And that's awesome. And we appreciate it's an honor to be in business with you.
Thank you.
And we love what he's doing in his business. We love that you're here at KW with us. We're ready to tear down any brick walls for this guy that he needs us to. I don't want to see him banging any more brick walls moving forward. And we're looking at some big things, man. We're looking at some big things in the future. We're talking expansion. We're talking all kinds of things. So y'all look out for Mark McMinn and his team. He is going to do some incredible things, not just here locally, but everywhere. So, Mark, thank you so much for doing this. I appreciate you, man.
Appreciate you.
And guys, thanks for watching. As always, y'all take care.